Hi angels, welcome to Earth Angel Energy. I'm the Earth Angel and today I'm bringing you another pick a card reading, and today's topic is what are people saying about you? So when people are talking about you, if they're chatting about you, what are they saying? And I have 3 piles for you. Pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. Go ahead and take a second, see which pile resonates with you, and we'll go ahead and get started. Hi pile 1. So if you chose the first pile, then this is your reading on what are people saying about you. Okay, I'm going to be honest, pile 1. I think that you have people really shaken up right now. I think you're getting a lot of attention. There's something about you that's really standing out right now. With this Tower and the 7 of Cups, I'm getting a whole lot of like, did you see them? Who are they? Do you know who they are? I've seen them before. That kind of like immediate attention grabbing energy. I definitely see a lot of people talking about how attractive you are with the King of Wands and the Ace of Wands. You're coming off very fiery. I feel like this isn't going to be a crazy surprising energy to you, but I think that the gravity of it is what's kind of like surprising to me. So you could be like, you know, in a room or entering a space, hanging out or something, working, and then when you leave, I feel like there's a lot of like, do you know who they are? Or, oh my gosh, did you see them? A lot of interest, curiosity about you. People could be talking about your relationship. There's something here about depending on who people are and what their relationship is to you. So if you're in a relationship and if people know about you, or maybe like your connections, if you're dating, it seems like there's a lot of warmth and excitement there. So people could be talking about that. People could be talking about somebody's really into you, somebody really likes you. People could also be seeing growth in somebody because of being connected to you, like you're a good influence. The Tower, the 7 of Cups, and the Death card is what's really interesting. Let's get some more. What's the Tower and this? Okay, we have the 8 of Swords. What's the Tower and the 7 of Cups? Okay. With the Fool. Okay, I'll be honest. I think there was something, possibly in the recent past, where something is working out for you, or something is going well, or you're persevering in something. Or there could have been this feeling of people not being super sure about how this next cycle was going to go for you, but seeing that things are actually going really well. So I'll be honest, you could be in a relationship and people could have been like, I don't know if it's going to last, and it's lasted. Or you could have started a new career where people weren't really sure how it was going to go and things are progressing. I'm seeing some of you are on like a weight loss journey or a fitness journey. Something about things actually coming into fruition, like something didn't stop for you, something didn't end for you. You're looking better than ever. 6 of Swords, 10 of Pentacles. I feel like there was a situation where you either had to walk away from something, distance yourself from something. There was some sort of new cycle that you had to embark on. You had to move away from some sort of toxic energy. People could be talking about how you have some sort of support system, whether it's a support system you've created for yourself, whether it's friends, family, loved ones. Yeah. I'm getting this idea that people thought there was going to be some sort of tower for you, but you're doing very well. And especially too, if somebody kind of spoke with some sort of authority, like, oh yeah, like they're really not doing well, or it's not going to work out or whatever. Something about that. People are feeling like something has set the record straight. Hanged Man, yeah. 4 of Cups and the 8 of Cups with the 4 of Wands. Yeah, there was definitely a situation that ended. It doesn't have to have happened yesterday. It could have happened a year ago, 2 years ago. But there is still this lingering energy of people talking about the fact that, I don't know if there was some sort of assumption that you were like not gonna. It's almost like when you walked away or distanced yourself from something, I don't know who assumed that like your life was going to get worse, but it hasn't. Or that you were going to like fall off or something and you haven't. 3 of Cups, yeah, you're vibing, you're having fun, you're connecting with people. Wow, yeah. 3 of Cups, 7 of Swords, the Queen of Wands, the Temperance and the Emperor. People are talking about how either some sort of hurt or betrayal or setback didn't stop you, but actually made you better. You know what this reminds me of? This kind of reminds me of like, say if someone's like stuck in a dead-end job and then something bad happens and they have to like move on to another situation, but then they end up going into like their dream job. It's that kind of energy where something bad happens, but if that bad thing hadn't happened, then it wouldn't have propelled you to a better place. People are talking about that. That some sort of what maybe seemed like a tower didn't actually turn out to be a tower. So like maybe in the past people were like, oh man, like that really sucks what happened to them, or you know, I hope they're okay. Now people are like, yeah, they're doing fantastic. Like I don't even think they care that happened anymore, or like they're doing better off than they were when they were here. Someone's kind of salty about it, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, you've healed, but it's the kind of healing and propulsion of growth that I think people didn't quite see coming. You could have embarked on some sort of journey or started some sort of goal that people weren't super aware of either. So something could have felt very like out of left field, or maybe you were like, you had a very private relationship and then like you just pop out like getting married, or you've been like working on getting educated and then you pop out graduating, or you work on, you know, getting into the kind of job that you want, and then as soon as it's secure, you kind of pop out with this great job. Something like that. I feel like people are kind of like, whoa, wait, what are they doing? The Fool. 9 of Pentacles. I feel like people are very impressed by you. Very impressed. I'm getting a lot of energy of people who maybe like, I'm not going to say they didn't know you well, but they didn't know you. So they could have thought that like, you know, oh, this bad thing was going to stop them for good, or they were never going to recover, or this was the peak for them. And you've just completely blown that idea out of the water, and people are talking about that. Like, I'm almost getting this conversation of like, oh, have you seen them? Like, are they okay? I was like, yeah, they're doing great. Did you hear? They're doing this, they're doing that. Did you see them? And I just feel like people are like, whoa, what? 10 of Cups. Beautiful energy. I'm really just getting this energy of when people are talking about you. I do think there was something from the past that people kind of thought was going to be a defining moment, but it really was not. I feel like people are really talking about you and defining you by what you're doing right now. And I think a huge part of that is the fact that you didn't let it hold you back. You didn't let that be the end of your story. You understood that rejection is God's protection, that it was just him redirecting you towards a better path, and you followed that path with excitement and with confidence, and it's taking you to the next level. This could be an energy that you're moving into. So I really encourage you to pursue that energy. If you feel like something bad has happened, I promise you this is not the end of your story. If you feel like you've had a hard time, I promise you this is God just redirecting you towards something better. We've all been there. We've all experienced it. But this is a beautiful energy. But once again, what I am getting is kind of what I talked about a moment ago, of a conversation going on where someone kind of thinking that whatever bad thing happened was like still a defining moment for you, and someone just being like, oh my gosh, no, like actually, have you seen them? Did you hear what they're up to? Like, it's amazing, it's crazy. So I really, really encourage you to commit yourself to the life that you want. Commit yourself to the kind of career you want to pursue, how you want to look, how you want to represent yourself, the kind of relationships that you want to have, because I think it's going to be very, very impressive to people. I feel like for you, Pile 1, I think what people are talking about is that you've set the record straight. I feel like for anyone that you have in your life right now, it feels pretty standard. I do feel like you've kind of gotten out of a place where maybe people were kind of wondering if things were really going to take off for you. There's something about things actually taking off for you, or things moving forward in a really positive direction that people are talking about. I feel like people had confidence in you, but they were kind of just waiting to see how things would progress. But this could be happening now. This could be happening soon, where people could be talking about some sort of big win that's really going to push you to the next level. That's what I have for you, Pile 1. Really nice energy. I love the fact that you've really just taken control of the narrative around your life. And I feel like people are kind of following suit. There's a lot of confidence in it. There's a lot of good energy behind it. I think it's going to propel you forward to a really good place. That's what I have for you, Pile 1. I do hope that resonated. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for being here. If you'd like to book a personal message with me, details on how to do that are down below. But thank you all so much once again. Until I see you next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and God bless you. Hi, Pile 2. So if you chose a second pile, then this is your reading on what are people saying about you. All right, let's see what's going on here. So first and foremost, Ace of Wands, people are talking about attractiveness. Not just attractiveness though. I feel like the Ace of Wands, it is looks, but there's something about you being passionate, being talented. The Ace of Wands is a big success card to me. So people could be talking about some success that's happening with you, or this idea that if anyone is going to be successful, it's going to be you. So people could be giving you your props. People could be giving you your praises as well. Page of Swords and the Knight of Cups. I do feel like some people are definitely observing you. This energy feels a little bit more uncertain. So people could be saying like, oh, I don't know exactly what's going on with them, but I know they're doing this, I know they're doing that. And it has a generally positive energy to it. Knight of Cups, there could be some people talking about how they like you, how they're interested in you. Some people could definitely be wanting to get to know you. What I want to know though is the Empress in reverse, and it came out in the reverse. I flipped it again just to make sure, and it's in the reverse. So let's see why the Empress is in reverse, because I do feel like there's a sense of some mystery around you, or that you don't share everything. Why is the Empress in reverse, please? Why is the Empress in reverse for my pile too? Okay, let's see. Interesting. We've got the Nine of Wands and the Ten of Swords. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know who is saying this. So it's funny. This is the Devil card in this deck, but it's the Bully. The Bully. I don't know if you had somebody who was like a bully kind of energy. Maybe this person betrayed you. Maybe this person mistreated you. Somebody is talking about how I think someone is trying to get a hold of some sort of narrative here. Because I do see you've distanced yourself from this person. I don't feel like this person has control over you or over the narrative of your life anymore. And there's something here with this Ace of Wands. You look like you're doing good. You're looking good. Your energy is good. Your life is moving in a really positive direction. And whoever this person was that maybe tried to stop you or knock you down has realized they were unsuccessful and probably actually propelled you to a better place. Whoever this person is like trying to paint you as like this, I don't know, like someone who's like not as good of a person as like they pretend to be or something like that. The Death card. Yeah, someone is really, really upset that you got away. This could be an ex too. This could be a toxic like frenemy, a toxic family member. Someone is absolutely incensed right now that you're looking so good and doing so well. Especially once again, you could be making new connections. You could be making new friends. I'm gonna be honest with the Page of Swords. This person watches you closely. Like they know what's going on in your life, whatever information they can get. This person's like thirsty for information on your life. I think that's why this energy is coming through really strongly, just because for you, Pile 2, I feel like you have a certain level of privacy and discretion. So if I could give you a general energy for just most people around you, people are talking about like, yeah, they're very attractive. They seem very talented. They seem like a go-getter. Just generally that energy of very positive things. I don't think that people know the nitty-gritty details of your life. And so what they share, I mean, with that Ace of Wands starting out, if I were to describe somebody that way, I'd be like, oh yeah, like you should meet them. They're really cool. They're really attractive. They're really nice to be around. They're a hard worker. That Ace of Wands is kind of just that person that everybody likes, that person that everybody wants to get to know better. It's a pretty universally positive energy. But there's somebody's energy who's just like punching through here. And I think it's somebody who wanted to stop you, someone who wanted to knock you down. And they just feel like you're doing so well. Someone's really mad. I'm going to be honest. Someone's really like salty here. Yeah, because the Four of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. I feel like the way that you're presenting yourself in this cycle of your life as well, you're coming off as someone where I think a lot of people notice you, a lot of people like you, a lot of people gravitate towards you. But with the Knight of Cups, the Page of Wands, and the Page of Swords, you come off as someone who's still open to learning. Very much sort of like a student energy, but like the best student in the class, or the student that like the teacher wants to really pour some energy or support into. I think you're kind of in this phase of life where you're seeming youthful and bubbly and fresh, but someone who's reliable, dependable, and who's got a lot of talent behind them. So I would say for just like the general public, general people in your life, what they're saying about you, it seems pretty standard. I just don't think that people know like all of the details of your life. But if your name is being brought up, if people are asking about you, it feels like that kind of good standard praise. It almost reminds me of, say for instance, you're at a company and you have like a boss or somebody who really likes you, but maybe you haven't been working there very long, and someone asks, you know, like, oh, how do you feel about so-and-so? It kind of gives me the energy of that. I was like, oh yeah, they're great. So far, it's been really nice working with them. They're very talented. I highly recommend. Like that kind of energy. It doesn't get super detailed and specific, but it's pretty universally positive. But there is somebody here whose energy is just like, I'm almost seeing somebody like looking through a window kind of energy. Okay, so going along with that energy, I'll set the scene for you. This is the scene that I'm imagining. I'm seeing like a party in a house, like a nice dinner party where people are milling around, you know, chatting, and say it's like your dinner party. And people are, you know, saying, oh my gosh, like, yeah, they're so great. Isn't their house beautiful? This dinner party is so nice. And the food is delicious. Just that kind of sort of small talk, but very positive. Praise. But then I see somebody like who wasn't invited looking through the window and being like, you know, they're not that nice. Like, they're really not that good of a cook. Like, they're like that kind of energy. Chatty. Someone seems like a hater though. I don't even feel like this person is in your life anymore though. I think that's what's kind of strange. Yeah, if there's anyone you're connecting with, collaborating with, it seems great. Honestly, we have the Fool, the Three of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups. So here we have that Death card. So this is you moving away from some sort of situation that you ended. So it almost feels like it's split into two kind of timetables. I feel like before, whatever's in the past, whoever you're not connected to anymore, and it doesn't even feel like a lot of people. It feels like one specific person, whoever this bully card is, who's like kind of obsessed and like really salty. So I'll be honest, I think you have a lot of people from your past, if your name is brought up, they're like, oh my gosh, yeah, they look really good, or they're doing this, they're doing that. It seems really nice. But then there's somebody who's just like, I don't know if they're trying to be negative or they're just trying to be like a Debbie Downer. Because everything after this ending, everything that's in this cycle now, it seems like you're collaborating well, you're connecting with people, you're having good times. It feels like people really, really love you. Yeah, somebody is really mad. Somebody that you walked away from because you had ships coming in. You walked away from someone and they're mad at you for having new ships that came in. This is like ending a toxic relationship and getting into a better relationship. This is like ending a toxic friendship and getting new good friends. This is like leaving a toxic job and getting a new good job. Somebody's just really mad that you walked away from them. They no longer have control. They no longer have access, and you're looking happier and better. So I think this is why this energy comes through like this, is because it feels like what people are saying about you, the vast majority of people who talk about you, it feels like very calm waters, but like warm, good waters. It's reminding me of like if you go to like Hawaii and the water feels warm and it's beautiful, but it's calm. I feel like people are saying nice things about you. I feel like people are quite fond about you. If it's like work stuff, if it's friendships, if it's relationships, it feels just kind of like that very balanced, positive talk. But I think it's also because, I'll be honest, I don't think you really share a lot of like the challenges or the difficult things going on in your life. You keep everything pretty zipped up. You put on a really good front. Like you kind of show what you want people to know. It feels genuine. I just don't think you feel the need to really share any of like the difficulties you have with people. And so when they talk about you, they just see, you know, your looks, your talent, your work ethic. You seem to have good values as well. I think there's definitely some people who are curious about you and don't know you too well, but it's a good impression. But you have somebody who just seems kind of obsessed still. And especially if people around them are bringing you up like, oh my gosh, have you seen so-and-so? They look so good. Or I heard they're doing this. Or oh my gosh, that's amazing. Like I had no idea that they were going to do that kind of energy. I just get somebody being very like salty and hatery. Two of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. I mean, just so you know, the vast majority of people talking about you, it looks really positive. I feel like people really just kind of praise you. I'm not getting a whole lot of people like smiling in your face and saying bad things behind your back. I just don't see it at all. I feel like the people you have in your life right now, if people ask them about you, if they talk about you, it's kind of to boost you up, to give you praises, to compliment you, maybe to recommend you even. I almost get the energy from this, like whoever this bully energy is. I feel like when you were connected to them, this was the energy before though. I feel like people also liked you and also said nice things about you. I don't know who this person thinks they are, but there's this energy of somebody's got to say something mean about them, or somebody's got to knock them down a peg, because everybody, have you ever met people like that? Where they're just like mad when somebody's universally liked, usually for a good reason. And they feel like it's their responsibility to throw in some negative energy to balance things out or something. I just think this person is really mad that whatever they tried to do to stop you failed. Whatever they tried to do to knock you down actually just propelled you further. So thank you for doing your service to pile 2, and your purpose in their life is done. So next time this person hears people complimenting you or giving updates on your life and being excited for you or happy for you, hopefully they can learn to just, be a little less toxic and be happy for them. Because I do feel like you're in this nice energetic space where you're giving out good energy, you're doing what you need to do, you're backing up your ambitions with hard work, you're connecting with people genuinely, you're being a good, genuine person, and people feel that, and people are enjoying it. More people enjoy that than not. I think this person's just really mad that you're able to move through life with success and good connections without being a toxic person, without stabbing people in the back. I think this person is very intimidated by the fact that you're able to move through genuinely in life and still win and still succeed. I feel like this person is so stuck in their toxic ways. They want to think that, nice guys can't finish first, that nice guys finish last. They don't. Just be smart, have good boundaries. But I think this person was just kind of hating on the fact that you give out good energy and people give you good energy back. But, it's not their call to make. They don't have any control over you. They don't have any control over your life. And even still, they don't even have control over what other people say about you, because what they say about you is still really good. That's what I have for you, Pile 2. I hope that resonated. I hope you enjoyed that. Great energy. And I'm really glad that you were able to kind of move past this person. They seem kind of miserable, I'm gonna be honest. So let them sit in their misery, and you continue to enjoy the beautiful energy that's bringing you the success and happiness that you deserve. That's what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that resonated for you. Thank you so much for being here. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, details on how to do that are down below. But thank you all so much once again. Until I see you next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and God bless you. Hi, Pile 3. So if you chose a third pile, then this is your reading on what are people saying about you. So just like the other 2 piles, I'm getting kind of like a general energy of what people are saying. And then of course there's like specific people who are kind of doing their own separate thing. So I'm going to be honest, Pile 3. Somebody is mad salty. I don't know who this salty person is. I feel like we'll figure out who it is. But the general energy that I get is, number 1, there's some sort of dynamic here where there could be like some difficult times going on around you. There's something where you seem a lot lighter or a lot more hopeful or a lot more confident than a lot of people around you. So like there could be a lot of people around you who feel very pessimistic, who are feeling good, who are like, everything is all is lost. But there's something about you where you still have like this confidence and self-assuredness. People are talking about this. Like, everybody is like so depressed or upset right now. But Pile 3, like they seem like they're doing well, or they seem like they're going to make it through this. Something like that. Very smart with the King of Swords. Very intelligent. Good boundaries. Could be a little more discerning or even a little bit more particular about what you like. Empress, though, very attractive. The 8 of Swords. I feel like people have a general sense of who you are, but there's also a part of you that I feel like people are having a hard time figuring out. So like once again, smart, attractive, Definitely the kind of person that I think a lot of people would kind of place their bets on, you know what I mean, in the race of life. But with the Seven of Swords and the Ten of Wands and the Four of Cups, I think you could have some people who are kind of, there might be some like envy or intimidation or something. I don't know if you're in like a competitive space or if you're like a little bit quieter. It's like you gotta watch out for them. I don't, but like in a good way. I don't know, you're coming off as somebody who, okay, I think this is why this is looking this way. So I talked about this in my general reading that I posted today. So if this resonates for you, definitely check out my generals that I posted because they were really, really good. But there is this thing about how a lot of people in the collective are kind of moving through life and you're on your path, you're making things happen, you have your goals and you're pursuing them. And you're at this space right now where I think everybody is recognizing you, recognizing your talent, recognizing your ability, recognizing that you're someone to pay attention to. But depending on where people are in life, their reactions are very different. So I always say, you know, if you're in this space right now where you're working hard, you feel like, you know, you're rising to the occasion in your life, continue to connect with people who can be like a mentor kind of energy. Because I feel like if people are in competition with you, if they feel like, you know, they're going to be fighting you for resources, these people are stressed out over you. I'm going to be so honest. But say, for instance, if you are in the medical field and you're just starting out in your residency, I feel like if there's people who are your peers or people at a similar level to you, they definitely feel like you're a rising star. But I would really continue to connect with people who maybe have a couple of decades of experience under their belt. You know, maybe they're kind of at the top of their game, because I feel like these people recognize you too, and they're going to want to invest in you. I'm getting a lot of that, of people who are kind of above wherever you are in your journey, wanting to invest in you, recognizing you, being like, this is someone that I think we should really pay attention to. This is someone I think we should invest some mentorship or some energy into. But I do think that there's people who are kind of on your level who are like really spooked. Let's get some more on that. Let's see. Nine of Cups. You're looking really good. I feel like you're rubbing shoulders with the right people. And if you're not, I highly recommend it. You know what? Whatever you're trying to do in life. I mean, this could even be, you know, getting into a relationship and like things are going really well. And then like you get close with like your person's like parents or their grandparents or some sort of matriarch or patriarch, something like that. Five of Wands in the Judgment. Yeah. I'm telling you. This feels like a very specific, this is divided by people who are like above you in a certain way versus people who are at your level or even like kind of below you. And what I just mean by that is like, if I'm in my 30s and somebody's in their 50s, they're above me in age and life experience, right? If I have 5 years of experience and someone has 20 years of experience, they're above me in terms of work experience. So that's how it's delineated. I don't think any person is born being above or below anyone, but more so like chronology. How much time have you been doing this? How far are you in life? I feel like for people who are above you in that way, they absolutely love you. I feel like you're really coming up. Five of Swords, Six of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles. I'm curious about that Five of Swords. Let's see what that Five of Swords was, because then we got the Six of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. One thing I will say is this. I do feel like for people who are above you, I think the only thing that they're saying is like, you need more. It's interesting because the way that it's coming through is almost like, I'll give you an example. Say, for instance, I'm someone who has 30 years of experience in my field, and I meet a new up-and-comer, and they've got talent, they've got drive, but maybe they're a little bit new. The way it's coming through is them saying, like, we need to, like, help them, or we need to get them connected to the right people. Like, that kind of energy. because there is still this kind of feeling of you being a little bit green or a little bit fresh in some aspect, but it also kind of being like a natural thing, you know what I mean? So I think they see a lot of themselves in you. I honestly, don't be surprised if you feel like there's people who like want to mentor you, especially if you reach out and kind of connect with them in that way. I feel like a lot of people above you are going to want to kind of give you the support that they wish that they'd had with that Six of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. There we go. Temperance. Something about you being willing to take that step, though. In whatever that is, you know, have that conversation. Say hi to that person. Get that person's contact information. I have been noticing just out and about in life, like so many people just, you know, meeting amazing people or meeting people that can really help them or give them guidance and just kind of like brushing it off, never following up with them. If you do that, if you just say, hey, I'd love to keep in touch, that already sets you apart from like 99% of the population. And this could be like definitely in like work or a professional setting. This could be educational. This definitely could be socially. This could be family, you know? This could be like spending time with your in-laws and actually like talking to like the older person that everyone just kind of like, you know, leaves over in the corner, and this person having great advice and this person really helping you. Hanged Man, yeah. You know what to do. I think it's more just about getting comfortable. Now, this is sort of the roadmap of what some people are seeing for you. So I'm seeing a level of ambition in your energy as well. So this is either you pursuing things or this is you considering pursuing things. I hope that this energy gives you an idea of how to kind of move forward if you're trying to, you know, accomplish something in life. But, and once again, that could be career. This could be socially. This could be within your family. It's great to build connections, and it's great to network with people and build those relationships with people. This seems to be kind of the map of the energy that people are seeing for you. Someone who builds those connections, someone who reaches out to people, someone who cares for people. But I feel like there's a lot of appreciation for that and almost wanting to take you under their wing for people who are above you in a certain aspect. But I feel like for people who are either on your level or below you or in competition with you, I feel like this is where it's getting a little dicey. I feel like these people are paying attention to you, but I'll be honest, some of them could be salty about the fact that you are willing simply to connect with people or communicate with people or take that step. You're willing to put yourself out there. You're willing to be a little bit uncomfortable to get to where you need to go. It's such great advice. Every successful person that I've ever met, and even not met, but read their stories, listened to their stories, they all say the same thing. Just put yourself out there. When you meet someone who's accomplished something impressive, connect with them. Keep in touch with them. That will put you in like the top 1% automatically. Most people don't do that. So, for people who are kind of on your level, maybe feeling like they're in competition with you, what are they saying about you? Yeah, 7 of Cups. There's something about a growth here. 10 of Wands. There's something about a growth here. Now, keep in mind, I was having a conversation about this as well, but I always say, if you are working, if you are growing, if you are building something in your life, and you meet somebody who is maybe a contemporary of yours, a peer of yours, and they're doing something great, and they're a good, genuine person, don't be afraid of them. Don't compete with them. Don't hate on them. Connect with them. That's really how you can kind of tell people's trajectories and how things are going to go for them. If you're moving through life, if you're working hard and somebody looks at your ambition or your drive or your accomplishments and they're mad at you or salty or jealous, keep moving. That person's not going to go very far. But if someone genuinely wants to connect with you, if somebody sees your talents or your abilities and is like, yeah, let's grow together, those are the kind of people you're going to want to be connected with. Because those are also people who will collaborate with you. I see here that there's people who, I don't know if they just don't want to collaborate, if they're just like, I just want to get mine and the rest of you can kick rocks. I don't know if that's the kind of space that you're in. Okay. Now I do see some past people as well. Okay. You do have people who are kind of seeing the progress that you're making. I'm especially getting this thing, like if there's people who you're not really close to, but like they see you out and about, or something about somebody seeing you again and again, or seeing you connecting to this person, or they meet someone and they're like, oh, by the way, have you seen like so-and-so? They're really great. Being like, what? Like there's something about you coming up, or you kind of appearing, your presence becoming more and more heavy in whatever space you're in, but heavy in a good way. Something about you making progress and people seeing it, possibly making more progress than them. 9 of Cups, 3 of Cups, Temperance. It's kind of almost hard to put words to what they're saying, because I'm getting less of what they're physically saying. Because I'll be honest, I don't think that many people feel comfortable saying anything bad about you. So I'm not saying that, but I'm seeing what they're thinking if they're talking about you. So like this could be at work and like you're really liked by like your boss or your supervisor. And it's like, oh yeah, like they're cool. But in their head, they're like, dang, like they're just like really moving on up, or people just really like them, or something about you understanding that talent is important, work ethic is important, but also building good relationships is extremely important. So what I'm getting is like there's people around you, when they're talking about you, what they're really thinking is almost like every time they look up, you have your fingers in different pies, or like just there's more and more people. You're like strategically moving through the board of life. I'm seeing a chess match. Okay, there's definitely somebody who's either seen you multiple times or maybe they see you regularly. But it's like the first time they saw you, it was like the start of the board on the chess match, right? The next time they saw you, you had a couple pieces that you took. And the next time they saw you, you had more pieces that you took. And the next, like you're just accumulating accolades or connections or positive representation. There's something here about you're just kind of building this network. And once again, this could be professionally, this could be in your friend group, this could be in your family, this could be your in-laws, this could be at the tennis club, this could be really anywhere in your life that you're moving. But you're doing things in a very intelligent and strategic way. And people see it, but people are definitely intimidated. Page of Cups. Page of Cups. What are people saying about you? 7 of Wands. And you've got this great energy. I'll be honest, let me know if this resonates for you, but I always say that work ethic and talent are super important, but add a dash of humility. Like really don't walk into the room like you're the biggest and the baddest and the best. I'm just saying, I have met some people who have the most unbelievable accolades in their career, and they just walk into the room like, hi, like nice to meet you. If you ask them about what they've done, you know, you're like awestruck, and they're like, oh yeah, like it was great working with them, like it was really a nice experience, like, you know, that energy is so potent. And maybe you've seen this in life where somebody just walks in like, I'm the biggest and I'm the baddest and I'm the best, and they just don't deliver, or they don't do what they need to do. I feel like you're in this perfect space where you're nice to be around, you're connecting with people well, you've got the talent, you've got the drive, but you've got that, first of all, you've got the courage to connect with people in the first place. You've got the courage to say to someone, you know, I love what you're doing, or you seem really great, or let's get to know each other better. Even that will set you apart. But you also show up as this Page of Cups. You've got this nice little cup of love, of warmth, of kindness, of respect, and saying, you know, can I offer you a cup? Can we keep in touch? Do you have any good advice? And coming in that energy for some reason is really setting you apart. It's making you very unique. And I just think you have people around you who, I don't know if they don't have the humility, or it's strange. 10 of Pentacles. Okay, Maybe you got a lot of snobby people around you. Or maybe you have people around you where their only goal is their own self-enrichment. Maybe they don't care about their contemporaries. Maybe they don't care about the people who came before them. Maybe they don't care about, ethics or helping others or having a positive impact. Maybe they're just here for money. This reminds me of a story I heard of a family where one of the patriarchs of the family had done very, very well for himself. And, he had this big inheritance that he was going to leave to somebody in the family. And all the other family members, all they cared about was the money. So, they didn't get to know him. They didn't show him respect. They were just, all they cared about was the money. And the one person who didn't really care about the money that much was like, how did you accomplish this? How did you build this for yourself? How did you maintain it? How did you become the person that you are? Genuinely wanting to connect with this person. And then this patriarch leaves that person the inheritance. It's that kind of energy. And once again, I think you're a smart person. I think you also want to be able to take care of yourself. I think, being financially stable and abundant is also an important part to you. But people can tell that you're here for the right reasons. And if you reach out to someone, you don't come forward like, you're so lucky to be connected to me, or can you help me? Can you do something for me? You don't come forward like that. It's like, I'd love to keep in touch with you. I really love what you do, or I love your work, or I love spending time with you. People appreciate that. People cherish that. But for people who are not coming from a genuine energy, I'm going to be honest, you do have some peers who think that you are just like playing the game better than them. But I don't think you're playing the game. I think you have goals. I think you have dreams in your life. I think you're a genuinely good and engaging person. And you just happen to be able to build connections and build a positive reputation authentically. But a lot of people around you are not authentic like that. I feel like, honestly, there's some people who kind of feel like, and don't take this the wrong way, because once again, I feel like the people who you look up to, the people who have come before you, I feel like these people totally see you for who you are. But if there's people who are in competition with you, they're kind of wondering, like, is this some kind of fake persona? Like, oh, like, you really want to talk to that person who's, a successful retired professional? You really care about their journey? Like, yes, they care about that. Or, oh, you really want to talk to grandma and grandpa? You really want to get to know this family member that the rest of us just kind of put to the side? Like, yes. Oh, like this person that everybody just kind of puts to the side, you want to be their friend because you see something in them? Like, really? Yes. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest, there's some like fake people around you, and I think all they really care about is themselves, and they just kind of assume you're that way too. But I don't think that's the case. But for the people who matter, the people who have come before you, the people who you admire, they see you for who you really are. King of Swords. Yeah. Empress. So, to kind of conclude this energy, if you have people who are at your level, who are in competition with you, your peers, your contemporaries, I'm not getting the sense that they're just like running their mouth saying negative things about you. I don't even feel like they feel comfortable doing that, because you are starting to build a really good reputation and people do like you. And I think most people don't really want to be known as the person who hates on you, just because if they ever hear about you or if they ever see you, they can tell that people like you, and that they can tell. People also don't know who you know or who knows you. There's something about that too. Like, people are afraid that like they're gonna say something about you to somebody who really likes you, just so you know. But what they're thinking when they say things about you is, this is someone who's a serious contender. Like, this is somebody who's the real deal. But I think at the forefront of it, just because you do have a lot of people around you who are kind of selfish, kind of self-centered, maybe egotistical, are really only doing everything just to enrich themselves. I think they kind of just think that you're someone who's playing the game the best. But it's because you're not playing the game. I think you have your goals, you have your ambitions, and once again, I think you want to, take care of yourself. You want to be an abundant person. You have goals that you want to achieve. But you're not just connecting with people just to see what you can get out of them. You're connecting with people because you like to be connected to people. You like to grow. You admire people with ambition. You admire people who show love and who have done impressive things. And also, I just think that you see that spark in other people. That same spark that you have, you see it in other people. So I think a lot of people kind of assume that you're just like playing chess out here, but you're not. I think you're just walking your path. And when good people cross your path, you offer a hand and see if they want to come along with you. And more often than not, the real ones, the people who succeeded, the people who have something to teach, they take your hand too. Because I think that they see that you're going somewhere very special. That's what I have for you, Pile 3. I hope this resonated. I hope you enjoyed that. I definitely am getting a little bit of saltiness from some people, but I also see a lot of people who are genuinely very impressed by you. But someone who can move through life in an intelligent way, but with genuine intentions, is rare. It is. Most people kind of choose one or the other. They either have genuine intentions and just, don't want to move up in life or don't want to really connect with people in an intelligent way. Or there are some people who want to connect with people just for their personal enrichment and could really care less about the person they're connecting with. But you take the best of both worlds. And there's a lot of people who have that same energy as you. Plenty of people that I admire have walked that path, I want to work hard, I want to achieve things, or I want to get to that place in life, but I also want to do it with genuine intentions, and I want to connect with people from a genuine place. Some of the most successful and beloved people are that way. So I think it's a great, very rare, very special, and a huge blessing that you walk through life that way. So keep going. I wouldn't be surprised that there's people who are kind of salty at you or kind of assuming like, oh, you're like me and you're just kind of connecting with people to get ahead. But no, I think you like to get ahead, but you also like to bring people with you, and you're doing it for a good reason. It's a beautiful energy. It's a very dynamic energy. I think it's going really well for you. But I see, honestly, less negative talk and more kind of like some salty, envious thoughts. But I think you've positioned yourself in a really nice way where you're going to achieve what you want to achieve, but you're going to be a good person while doing it. That's what I have for you. Great energy, Pile 3. I hope this resonated. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you all so much for being here. And thank you all so much for your patience while I was out of town, but I am back and so excited to share more beautiful messages with you. But thank you all so much once again. Until I see you next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and God bless you.